All right, let's get into it. We're about to peel back the curtain on the literary world, and we're doing it through the eyes of Dr. Giriraj Sharan Agrawal. He had this incredible, sharp and satirical way of using humor to show us a side of writing and publishing that, well, you don't normally get to see.
So, when you picture a writer or a poet, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For most of us, we have this very specific, almost romantic idea of who these people are.
Yep, that's it exactly. We tend to see them as these deeply serious, almost saintly figures, people who are sacrificing everything for their art, using their words to change the world. It's a really noble image, right?
But what really happens when this so-called literary family actually gets together? That's the question Dr. Agrawal's work digs into, and he suggests the reality is, a whole lot more complicated and honestly a lot funnier. So, first up on our tour, the cliques. This is the world of what you might call transactional compliments, or as Dr. Agrawal brilliantly puts it, the Mutual Admiration Society.
And this is how it works. You get this endless loop of over-the-top flattery. Writer A showers writer B with praise, and then writer B immediately returns the favor with a little reminder to, keep the good reviews coming. It's less about real feedback and a whole lot more about securing future favors.
And that's pretty much the unwritten rule, isn't it? You scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours. In these circles, raw talent can sometimes take a back seat. The real key to getting ahead is often just belonging to the right group and playing the game. Naturally, this whole system of praise and favors leads us right into our next big theme, that relentless, sometimes desperate chase for awards and recognition.
Dr. Agrawal had this hilarious observation about it. He said it seems like many modern writers spend way less time at their actual writing desks and a lot more time networking. The real work, it seems, isn't crafting the perfect sentence, it's navigating the hallways of power to land a nomination.
Now, really get this hustle, you need to understand the concept of jugaad. Think of it as a kind of resourceful, flexible problem solving, using whatever you've got, ingenuity, connections, to get something done. In this literary world, it means figuring out who to know and what to do to get that award, and it often has very little to do with the actual merit of your writing.
And of course, you can't have a literary ecosystem without the critics, right? Dr. Agrawal paints them as these official gatekeepers, and they have their own special role to play in this whole complicated game.
According to this satire, the critic is the person who takes your perfectly simple idea and wraps it in so much dense academic jargon that even you can barely recognize it. They make it sound so profound you won't believe you wrote it. And, just like everyone else, they expect a little praise themselves to let you through the gates.
Okay, so we've been having some fun with this, but it's really important to shift gears for a second. Because Dr. Agrawal's satire, it isn't just for laughs. Underneath it all, there's a really deep and serious message.
You see, behind all the witty observations and the funny characters, there's a real sense of pain. It's the pain of watching something beautiful, literature, potentially lose its way. And here's the heart of it. When literature gets tangled up with ego and politics, it starts to lose its soul. That higher purpose of serving society, of telling truths, it gets forgotten. Dr. Agrawal argues this isn't just a decay of literature, it's actually a decay of morality. So, what do we see when we hold up this satirical mirror? The real power of Dr. Agrawal's work is that it's not just about some far-off literary scene. It's actually asking us to take a look around our own worlds.
And I absolutely love this final quote from him. It's this playful nudge, encouraging us to notice these very human dynamics, the cliques, the flattery, the ambition. You'll find them not just in books, but in our own workplaces, our communities, just about everywhere.
And that leaves us with this big, provocative question. Has the hunt for fame and influence started to overshadow the search for truth and art in our creative worlds? It's a question Dr. Agrawal was asking years ago, and you have to admit it feels more relevant today than ever.